Hello and welcome. It is a strange day, for today I have to go to town. Not something I enjoy, but stranger than that is we're in my old jalopy, and I've never driven this in the winter before. It's always parked up in the winter because it's not needed. But I have to collect a few things and I thought I'd take the van. It started all right, and I did drive it a couple of weeks ago. When I drove it a couple of weeks ago, it didn't seem to cope very well, and I thought then I must cover up the radiator. Anyway, I haven't. We've been driving 40 minutes. Let me turn the camera around. So 40 minutes, and the temperature gauge ain't gone up. What's the air like coming out of the vents? Well, it's cold. Oh, the ABS light's gone off. So we had an ABS light on. So it's still smoking going down the road. Normally it warms up, and it's cold, completely cold. So that means I need to block up the radiator. Anyway, let me show you. So we're on the main road now to town. At this rate, I don't know, another 50 minutes to an hour. So you can see the sun. And the river you can't see, frozen all the way across. It's just the other side of the road there. Anyway, we'll see how we go. As we live a long way above sea level, and as we go down to town this time of year, you get to see the sun a bit. Ooh, there's a car. So I'm going to take you with me. I'll do as much film as I can throughout the day. We've got to go to our builders merchants and get a toilet because the toilet's blown up. It's in one of my videos. And yeah, we got to go to town. So anyway, away we go. And the seatbelt frozen solid. So we kind of, yeah, I kind of got the end, so we just put that on like that. But yeah, I can't get the mechanism freed. And that's because there's no heat in here yet. In fact, the temperature gauge is going down since I stopped. Look at that. So anyway, we'll get going. Maybe it will come back up again. Civilization. Well, I've arrived in town. What a miserable trip. This is no use. It's just blowing cold air. It is no use. Trying to drive this in minus 28 or 29, whatever it was when we left. And we got no thermometer now, so we don't know what the temperature is in town, but just a miserable trip. My hands, I don't know if you can tell, just can't warm them up. Feet. Right, I'm not sure whether the heated seats are working or not. I don't think anything's working. ABS lights back on. Don't know what that does anyway. Right, off to get a toilet. Although before I go and get a toilet, I need to check my doors because before we left I couldn't open them, which means they're frozen shut. Although I've got to say, it looks like the side door might have popped open. Anyway, let's go do this. Couple of electrical things I need. Toilet. Right. Now, shut this. I'll risk it freezing shut again. Anyway, not a lot I can do about that. There, shut. It's what you might call the exception. But it's certainly cold enough for your nostrils to freeze instantly. Painful is what it is. I would describe that as a word. Yeah. There are many days in the year where it's this uncomfortable and this painful. Not normally as early on as this. But anyway, there we go. Now what he's done is he's hoisted up the window already, look. Golly. Come on, let's go. Right. Whew. First job of the day. Done. Oh, here goes my glasses. Right, next stop. Yeah, no, my glasses. Steamed up, let's get this engine running again a bit quick. Right, so there's a rule there about leaving your engine running. And sometimes I can do it and sometimes I can't. So you're not allowed to leave your engine running more than a minute. Or is it 3 minutes in town? Anyway, but yeah, we've been 10 minutes. And the temperature's dropped, so I've got to find a roll of tin foil and block up the front of the radiator. Right, next stop, dollar store. It's after dark, which means it's about 15:30. When I left the centre of town, outside the store, it was minus 31. Now I bought a roll, you see it down there, a roll of tin foil. I have to be quick because I've got no gloves on and I've already got cold hands. So I've kind of foiled up the grill there to stop any airflow going through, just so that on the way back we have half a chance of doing it. I've just got to meet somebody and then we're off. Well, that just hasn't worked. I mean, it must have worked to some extent, but we're an hour into our trip now, and that's it. We've just stopped for a toilet stop, and yeah, we probably got another 50 minutes, hour to go. So for those that you have watched my videos, you'll know I've said about this sipping diesel. See the fuel tank? Now obviously that needle was hard full, but it just doesn't use anything. So here you go. He's done what he needs to do, and now we'll carry on. So I'll put that there. Never leave home without it. Mickey Cafe. The inside of the window's iced. So yeah, and it's falling like a stone, that temperature thing. It's just not the best vehicle for doing the job. It is quite an exception today though. We are having this, I mean, I've said before, our coldest temperatures come January, February. So for beginning of December to be in and around the -30s, it's unusual, a bit unusual. So you can imagine what the temperature is going to be. Yeah, I think we're going to see some record-breaking temperatures this year. That's for sure. Or I say record-breaking, back down to the level they used to be. Because for a few years it's been quite mild, but the temperatures here, I mean, you speak to the old men and -45, -50 was quite normal for them, going to work and going to school and stuff like this. And I've already heard one of the old men say it's like winters of old. They didn't have a lot of snow. Sometimes it didn't even snow on the run up to Christmas, but they didn't have a lot of snow during November, December. But the temperatures, you know, as where the permafrost starts to set in and sink down into the ground, well, last year it was pretty much thawed, you know, other than a few inches down. About 3 years ago, when I built the sawmill building, in order to get the posts in the ground in November, I had to light fires, 26 of them. There's some still footage somewhere. 26 fires to thaw the ground. But for the last, I'd say 3 years, maybe 4 years, it's been quite, yeah, the temperatures, you know, -8, -10 would be the norm. But now, yeah, it's quite different. And the smoking of the van, it smoked all the way to town. And I noticed on the log lorries, I've just seen one go past there, they were puffing plumes of white smoke, and I just don't think I've noticed it before. In addition to that, of course, the car that we normally use, which is a Toyota, is a gas car. So this is the first time I've been driving this diesel Why doesn't the tractor smoke? Maybe I don't see it because it's got a stack behind the cab. But anyway, it's the first time I've noticed that amount of white smoke continuously. But all the lorries are puffing it out the side as well, so it's just got to be the extreme temperatures. Right, we do that seatbelt in the pocket thing. Oh, okay, so the ABS light's out. This is what I've learned. The ABS light there, that's out. Right, that's good. Because I'm not in the least bit concerned about braking. We don't need brakes out here. Well, you shouldn't use the brakes out here. But when the ABS light comes on, the heated seats go off. So we want the ABS light to stay off, not because we need it for anything, but because it does give us the old heated seats. I've got a bit of a problem. I have to keep my rab done right up tight. I'll just put that in the side pocket in there. Right. Cool that on. What's going to stop us? Well, a moose, really. Normally, it depends what size it is. If it's a full-grown male, it's coming straight through the windscreen anyway, sideways. So the seatbelt ain't going to help much there. And if you go off the road, well, you have this kind of snowballing, slowing effect before you hit a tree. And we're not going fast enough to get further enough to hit any trees, so we ain't got that worry either. Right, away we go. Well, how did that pan out? Well, that's a good reason why I don't like going to town. So we started on our way this morning around 1000 hours. It's now 1900 hours. And what did we get? A toilet, a couple of plug sockets, roll of electric cable, bag of dog food, and had an appointment. And yeah, so have I got any other ideas about that van? Yep, easy, park it. I'll see it again next spring. We'll use the car. Ooh, bad, 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 bad. Did Casper enjoy his day? I didn't ask him. Anyway, that's it for today. Not much of a video today, I'm afraid, but anyway, little experience out there at ridiculous temperatures well, I'd say this week, yeah, it's been this week, and we're forecast for really bad ones. So now it's so cold, we're into running the furnace 24/7. That's just a drain on itself. But have a nice evening, and thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.